I've been getting such a great response about the Ham Radio for Beginners series. You all are responding on what you want to hear. So today on Ham Shack TV, we're going to talk about Q codes. Stick around. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV and another episode of Ham Radio for Beginners. This is episode 12, I believe it is. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Today's video is once again brought to you by Gigaparts, my great friends at Gigaparts. They have fantastic deals on electronics. That's computers, radios, transceivers, antennas, maker supplies. A lot of you are into 3D printing these days. They are your number one source for 3D printing. They've got filament, they've got printers, they've got all kinds of great stuff. Go check out gigaparts.com, or if you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area, you can go by and check out their beautiful showroom there, 6123 University Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Also, if you use coupon code HamShackTV, you're going to get double rewards points. But hey, that's not enough. How about quadruple rewards points? Get Gigaparts Rewards Plus and use coupon code HamShackTV50. I'm going to give you half off your first month of Gigaparts Rewards Plus. So go check them out, gigaparts.com. We appreciate their support of Ham Shack TV. All right, I got a message from a viewer the other day wanting to know about Q codes. And I thought, you know what? That is a great episode for the Ham Shack or Ham Radio for Beginners series. So let's dive in and talk about Q codes. So I've got this little chart here that I've made up, and it's got pretty much all of them that you need to know on it for sure. So we'll go through this list here. QRG, that's Kilo or Quebec Romeo Golf. All these are going to begin with Quebec. So your exact frequency or that of is blank kilohertz. All right. So basically, that's asking what is your frequency. It also what will you tell me the exact frequency of whatever? QRL, I'm busy or I'm busy with. Are you busy? This is usually used to see if the frequency is busy. So some people might say QRL, but most people just generally say, is the frequency in use? AA4WX. QRM, we all know about QRM, better known as quarming. That's where quarming comes from. QRM means your transmission is being interfered with. Your transmission is being interfered with. And sometimes they add to it nil, slightly, moderately, severely, or extremely. Or you may be asking, is my transmission being interfered with? It could be either one. QRN, that's November. I am troubled by static, 1 to 5 under the QRM. Are you troubled by static? So that's QRN. Thank you. My son brings me my scissors. Go figure. Hi, Jackson. QRO means increased power. Will you QRO? Shall I increase power? QRP. We all know what QRP is. Well, yes and no. It just simply means low power, right? QRP could be telling somebody to decrease power or asking if you should decrease power. So sometimes the QR codes are not being used exactly the way they were intended. Please stay out of my drawer, son. This is what happens when you're a YouTuber and you have 2 under 2. That's all right. Let's see here. QRQ, Quebec Romeo Quebec. Send faster. This is more for like CW. Should you send faster? That kind of thing. I don't know CW, so I just did what I did there. QRS. That's pretty easy to remember. Send more slowly. That means slow down your CW, right? QRT. We all hear QRT a lot. A lot of folks will say this is AA4WX73. Going QRT. That means stop sending, or shall I stop sending? QRU. I have nothing for you. Have you anything for me? QRV. I am ready. Are you ready? QRV. QRX, I will call you again at blank hours on blank frequency. When will you call me again? So minutes are usually implied rather than hours. QRZ. QRZ. Hey, we know about QRZ. QRZ. You're being called by blank on blank frequency, or who is calling me? So a lot of times on HF, you will hear somebody say QRZ. That means they've got a pilot, they're working, and that they are calling to see who is calling them. So they'll say Alpha Alpha 4 Whiskey X-ray QRZ, and then you'll hear the pilot. QSB, your signal is fading, or my signal's fading. So a lot of times propagation will change in real time instantly. So you could hear QSB. There's a lot of QSB. Signals are fading, that kind of thing. QSK, I can hear you between signals. Break in on my transmission. Can you hear me between your signals? And if so, can I break in on your transmission? Boy, that's a mouthful, right? So you are asking, basically, a lot of times you'll hear in VHF and UHF communications comment. Okay, they didn't throw a call sign. That's problem number one. You shouldn't just say comment. You need to throw if you're transmitting your radio, you need to transmit your call sign if it's the first time you've keyed up. So you would say comment AA4WX or question AA4WX. QSK is kind of the same thing. Don't do QSK on 2 meters or 440 or 220. It's just not couth, so to speak. QSL is an acknowledgement. That would be okay. Yes, something like that. QSO. We all know what a QSO is, or QSO as some people say. But truthfully, it means I can communicate with blank direct or relay through blank. Can you communicate with me direct or by relay? That's a QSO. You're having a QSO really is a conversation. So you will hear people say, I had a QSO with this station in Brazil, or this station in Australia, or this station in Japan, or something like that. So a lot of times this Q language has been molded to be used more in more relevant terms. QSP, Quebec Sierra Papa. I will relay to blank. When will you relay to blank? That's asking for a relay. QST. No, we're not talking about the magazine produced by the ARRL. We're talking about a general call preceding a message addressed to all amateurs and ARRL members. This is in effect CQ ARRL. So if somebody says CQ ARRL, they're reaching out everybody. Or you can say QST, QST, QST. This is AA4WX calling the blah, blah, blah net, or something like that. QST means you are addressing everybody. Not to be confused with broadcasting. We don't broadcast an amateur radio. We transmit. We have a two-way conversation, not a one-way conversation. QSX, I am listening to blank on blank frequency. Will you listen to blank on blank frequency? So it's just basically asking what you're listening to and what frequency. QSY, we've all heard QSY. Basically, this means you are changing frequencies. Change to transmission on another frequency or on blank dot blank frequency. Or shall I change to transmission on another frequency? So I'm going to QSY over to the 146.940 repeater, or something to that effect. QTC, I have blank messages for you. How many messages have you to send? This is talking about traffic handling and messages. So there's that. QTH, I am talking to you from my QTH. QTH is your location, whatever location you may be. A long time ago, I used to joke that QTH means what is your home location, right? Because of the H. Well, that's not really what it means. And I would joke and say your work location is your QTW. That never caught on. But QTH is what is your location. And finally, QTR, not quarter, but QTR. The time is blank. What is the correct time? You're just asking what time it is. Simple as that. So there you go. These are the Q codes. Did I miss one? Did I do one incorrectly? Let me know down in the comments. Certainly appreciate it. We are continuing this series and having this series continue to flourish, and a lot of people are really enjoying it. So we will keep on with it. But I can't say the recent growth we've had here on Hamshack TV. It's been a kind of a tough time for the past month, but we're ready and moving forward and getting ready to get started and talking about the Huntsville Ham Fest coming up next month. We'll be talking about that a lot here on Hamshack TV. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, get in the comments, all that good stuff. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm push Hamshack TV to the next level. Till next time, guys, check out all the affiliate links in the comments. 73's AA4WX, WSCB 693.